Hey everyone, as promised for forever, today I'm going to have a look at North Korea and China. Bit of a moving target there. This is more sort of a special interest rather than a specific. And there is so much other information I want to get through, but that'll be tomorrow. Right, what I want to have a look at is, China basically. Now, what's happened in recent weeks, months, whatever. China's obviously been expanding into the South China Sea through artificial islands being built. They have been using their funds to influence other countries in the Pacific region that we're in, such as the Solomon Islands, etc. But I want to have a look within China itself. So I really just want to ask two questions. How's the economy going and how's the leadership going? They had an extremely severe lockdown in China for COVID. Shanghai basically came to a stop for several months, and Shanghai is one of their major manufacturing and shipping ports. We don't hear anything out of China about how they're actually going, but what's happened is a lot of countries, such as Australia, have looked elsewhere for supply of product and also to sell to. And I just want to have a look at the overview of the economy, but I also want to have a look at the overview of the leadership there as well. I don't think it is as appears. I do know that with China having an increasing middle class and a lot of automation coming online in China to replace the lower class workers, the peasant workers, so to speak. They're in a period of quite significant flux financially. They're also, like a lot of the world at the moment, they're in population decline. And also the fact that with the COVID lockdowns, etc., the disruption with supply chains, there is being a shift in the world economies. So, and also with what's going on in Europe at the moment, and the coming together of Western bodies brought together by what's going on in Europe. So, these are just going to be really general questions. See where they lead us. They might lead us to something a little bit more insightful. But let's have a look. Tell me about China's economy. Just want to have a look at how's China's economy going currently. Oops. So the government is indicating all is rosy and beautiful and good. Here's the emperor at the bottom, the patriarchal, my way or the highway. But let's have a quick look. So that's the official messaging. I'm after the unofficial, what's going on behind the scenes. Meister, can you tell me? China's fairly isolated to start with. It's trying to find a new way in the changing world. So it's going through a period of introspection, but you're also looking at the snake on the path there. I'm always drawn on this card to the snake on the path. There is obstacles in the way that needs to be overcome. There will be an obstacle. But tell me, not the official, but the unofficial, how's China's economy going? Entertainment purposes only, allegedly, all that sort of jazz. Anyone who follows this channel knows that it is, all I'm doing is reading the cards and seeing where the cards lead us. Sometimes I get it wrong. It's not the cards' fault, it's my fault because I bring biases in. So I'm learning to keep those biases at bay. So things are not all as they seem. There is something going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of, and there is this abuse of power, this lying and deception going on. Okay, let's see where that takes us. Entertainment only. Tell me, Meister, what is truly going on in the Chinese economy? What is truly going on in the Chinese economy? What is truly going on with China's economy? They have, from what I can recall, are they stripping the money from some of their multi-millionaires or billionaires? I thought I read something about that. There's a lot of secrecy going on. Tell me about the Chinese. Tell me about the government taking the money and assets of these rich, those, like the ones that, what's that massive marketplace? I have used it, just trying to think. Owned by Ma. Tell me about China's actions towards the wealthy, the independently wealthy. Tell me about China's actions towards the independently wealthy. Oh, Master, bring me those cards. Tell me about China government action against the independently wealthy. Right, here we go. Sorry that took so long. Those that know me know me. Oh, right, okay. Here's this card again, the Seven of Swords. Stealing. Stealing what does not belong to you. Lies, betrayal. Wow, okay. Crossed by the government. Do I need to go any further? So there is something going on where the government is basically taking what doesn't belong to them. Base of the reading, the Queen of Wands. These are the lawmakers coming forward. In the past, see, these two cards actually leapt out at me before, but I didn't mention them. In the past, it is about independence, wealth, independent means, being secure in your gilded cage, also kept prisoner in your gilded cage as well. So these are the independently wealthy, and they're in the past. Their position is in the past, their position of independence and wealth. Crowning the reading, we have temperance, rebalancing. But what rebalancing is this? Is this a rebalancing of wealth? Immediate future, burden, a burdensome trip, weighed down, a difficult journey. Externally, there is a surprise, an unexpected bombshell that's going to come forward, that's going to be presented. Externally, there is information going to come out in regards to this. Internally, it's about redistribution of the money. Redistribution, okay. Hopes and fears, they're playing their cards close to their chest financially, but there's also a lot of financial insecurity. Okay, these are those that actually have independent wealth. These are these people. They're trying to hold on to what they've got. They're trying to. Okay, thank you, Master. The word I get is hide it. But there's not a lot of offshore places where that welcome their money anymore, because most other sovereign countries have a restriction on how much foreign investment is allowed, but they are insecure about their money. But they're finding that they've been caught by surprise and then they're finding their money is being redistributed. Two of Swords, it is at a real crossroads in regards to the truth. The truth is being exposed. Fortunes are rising and falling as we speak. Destiny is such. King of Wands, this is the leadership and the world, an ending. An ending of what they knew. It is coming to a culmination. We've got having to defend themselves, heartbreak and loss. In regards to the money that they've worked so hard for, there is this delusion going on. There is going to be a whistleblower that's going to come forward that is going to present to the world what is actually happening. So what I'm getting from that is, those wealthy in China that have made independent wealth. I cannot think of it. It's Alibaba, Alibaba.com. The founder of that is Chinese, extremely wealthy, and those in a similar vein are finding that their monies is being redistributed on them. Okay, tell me about the economy in general in China. Okay, I'm going to move on to a different deck than that. I'm going to use my Universal Golden Tarot. I do apologise if the light is a bit bright on it on occasions. It's a rainy, sunny day. Anyone would think we're in New Zealand or England. Tell me about the Chinese economy in general, full over. They've had the lockdowns in Shanghai for months, one of their major manufacturing and distribution cities, ports, where workers have actually had to live at the factories because they haven't been allowed home or out. There's been starvation and medications not being distributed. From what I've heard, I think they're out of lockdown now. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure they are, because otherwise I would still be aware of it. But tell me about, like anywhere that comes out of lockdown, and Australia's a perfect example, really struggling with getting things back to full steam. It was a real reset about how the economy was run, how consumerism was run. But tell me about the Chinese economy in general, Master. The Chinese economy in general. Tell me about the Chinese economy in general. Okay. Yeah, some definition on this one. Oh, okay. Lot of anxiety about the Chinese economy in general within China, crossed by the Hierophant, the government, being brought about by government action. Base the reading, abundance, new beginnings, wealth, Russia. Let's see where this goes. Foundation of the reading. Okay, sorry, yes, I am getting this. This is the government. This is the government trying to gain wealth and abundance from what's going on at the moment. In the past, we have the King of Swords, investigation, truth, protection, wisdom, but it's in the past. Okay, thank you, Meister. He's telling me that this was the Chinese economy in the past. Powerful, wise, defending, everything that goes with this King of Swords, mentoring, protective, etc. But it is in the past as China is entering this new era. Crowning the reading, full illumination. Interesting. See where that leads. Okay. A childlike energy. Thank you, Master. A childlike energy basking in this sun. So there is this perception that everything's hunky-dory with the economy. The horse in this one looks awfully worried. However, immediate future, it is actually a real tightrope wire, juggle, hop on one leg, who gets what, where, when, how do we make this work in regards to the finances. It's going to be a real juggle. Externally, it's all about contracts and relationships that are already there externally, and internally it's about agreements and partnerships. So the economy is resting very much on these overseas agreements, partnerships, both externally and internally. It's about the movement and commerce between. Okay, hopes and fears, bringing forward a message of the truth. So there is actually going to be information that's going to come out in regards to this, and I don't know whether that's a hope or a fear. There is the youth are going to bring forward. Okay, because it is the youth of China that are really going to bear the brunt of this, are going to bring forward this message of what is really going on inside China. Again, a powerful message coming forward very swiftly, and this will be this truth, this whistleblower. There is a message being brought forward in regards to this risk-taking message about the downfall of the international market, the overseas, their reliance on the overseas. We've got families, can be celebration, a wedding and some, but this is more about hunkering down and surrounding oneself by protection, bringing in of the harvest, disappointment, restriction, rebalancing. So what I'm getting from this is that the truth is going to be burdensome. It will signify an end of how China is at the moment, as this is an inevitable ending in regards to the money. The monies that China move back and forwards. So what I'm getting is that it is in a real throes of having to reset itself on the international stage, but also internally in regards to money. Okay, thank you, Master. What's happened in recent years is the money has just flowed into China. It's flowed in without a second thought. There's nothing they couldn't do. They were the manufacturing powerhouse of the world for a while there. Everyone was seeking to put their money into China, but what they're finding now is that it's not all hunky-dory. It's not what it was. They're having to break down the old systems to rebuild anew, and those that do have money are finding that the government is acquiring it for the state of China, or the Republic of China. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look at the leadership of China. Xi Jinping, suspected to be not particularly well. Put that in with Putin, who's not particularly well, Trump, who's not particularly well. I think we're going to see these dictator, conservative authoritarian figures fall off the twig in fairly quick succession. Thank you, Master. I will have a look at North Korea. I have read previously on Kim Jong-un, and whether he's a body double or not. Have a look back on that reading if you can find it. And I have actually got a yes on that, but I will have another look just to check, just in case I was reading the cards a bit differently at that stage. Because he was... Okay, I'll get back onto China, then I'll move on to North Korea. Okay, tell me about... Is President Xi, spelled Xi, is he... Tell me about him. Is he okay? Is he not well? Tell me about President Xi. Queen of Swords has popped out. Not sure what that means entirely. It's about truth. Tell me about President Xi. Tell me about President Xi of China. What's his health like? Don't know if this is entirely about his health, but I'd say he's not particularly well. Complete and utter downfall, and then the Justice card. Going back to the past. Again, we've got this sabotage, betrayal on the battlefield, so to speak. A Knight of Swords, a harsh truth coming forward, or a truth coming forward, and then here's Temperance again in this particular reading about a rebalancing. So I'm thinking, looking at this, I'm not seeing his death unless this is his death, but what I'm more seeing is that there is some truth going to come forward that's not a hard investigative truth, but it is an investigation truth more on a compassionate domestic level. That will be his downfall. His actions will have consequences in regards to sabotage and betrayal in the path. Yes, thank you, Master. I'm getting extremely lightheaded, which tells me I'm on the right path. As there will be a harsh truth exposed, and we have this rebalancing. So I'm not seeing his death or anything like that. I'm seeing more that actions that he has taken in the past will come to light, or have come to light, including this taking of the monies from the wealthy, and it will lead. These decisions will lead to his downfall, overthrow, perhaps. Not sure. Tell me about. I'll just do an extended Celtic cross. Tell me about the leadership. The leadership of China, past, present, future. How's the leadership of China going? How will past, present, future, the leadership of China? Tell me about the leadership of China. Entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, tarot reading. Tell me about, Master, tell me about leadership of China. Thank you. Sorry, down a little bit far there. Okay, the Hermit. Feeling very isolated and in poverty. Can also mean introspection and investigation, etc. But what I'm really getting from this particular deck is poverty-stricken isolation. Interesting. I wonder whether that's financially or morally. No, morally, okay. They're finding themselves ethically poverty and isolated. Challenged by, well, there will be a downfall for this current administration, an ending. The truth is going to be exposed, and it is going to bring about the ending. Justice on the bottom. I mean, you saw me shuffle and etc., but similar, set out to what we had with Xi Jinping. President Xi, is this justice. Actions are going to lead to consequences. The scales of justice cannot be denied. And we've got the sword of truth in this as well. She's cradling the sword of truth, which is this sword here with this downfall. In the past, we have the past. Naivety in the past, but it is the past that's going to affect. Okay, thank you. This was the wanting to go back to the past, to how it was, a craving for the past, but that is in the past. Crowning the reading, deception, betrayal, on the battlefield, picking up all the weapons that have been discarded and abandoned, the truth. But this is about very much crowning it is about betrayal, deception, abuse of power in regards to the truth. And then you have the all-seeing above that. This is the truth coming forward in regards to these actions. Immediate future, Page of Wands, a message being brought forward by the youth or a young person, bringing forward now young person. At my age, young person's anybody under 50. But yes, a message being brought forward by a young person, and it is a fiery message. A fiery message with passion being brought forward externally. It's about working the books externally, the economy. Okay, right. Externally, it's working hard behind the scenes, trying to balance the accounts, but also cooking the books. Cooking the books. Internally, there is this new setting out on a new start with faith and courage, but this Fool in this particular deck is always looking so woebegone as he sets out on this journey. Internally, I think there is just extreme disappointment about the opportunities that have been missed, and an absolute desire for a new start. The youth are feeling downtrodden, and they want to throw off the shackles and move forward in this new start. Hope and fears, Queen of Wands. The feminine energy. This is an interesting card because whenever I read on these particular countries, whether it be Russia or China or Ukraine or elections in the US, in Australia, etc., I always brought forward this inspirational feminine energy. Very much comes down to the youth and the females, the women, exerting their power, and trust me, they have more power than they could possibly imagine. Bringing forward an inspired female coming forward, an inspiring female coming forward with this feminine energy, with a new plan, a new passion, a new direction, and a strong message. Outcome, Page of Cups. There's a surprise in regards to this leadership. There is something that is going to be revealed that is totally unexpected. Then we have the Star of Hope, messages coming really quickly about the murky underbelly, about dark money and corruption, and then we have this inspirational male energy as well. See what's on the base. Temperance, Queen of Swords. And there will be heartbreak in regards to the delusion that many were under. There will be loss and heartbreak when the delusion is revealed. So I am suspecting that. I'm not saying that Xi Jinping is unwell, but I am seeing in regards to that very possibly a change of leadership is coming. Yeah, okay, I did promise you Korea, so I will do Korea as well. I was thinking of putting that off, but I will do Korea as well. North Korea. I just want to have a look at two items with North Korea. I have read on it extensively in the past. Okay, tell me, is Kim Jong-un, or the figure that has been presented as Kim Jong-un, is that a body double who is in the role? Just yes or no, Meister. Yes or no. So anyhow, China's up. I think China is coming forward with a change. I think that covered fairly well. Change economically and politically. Tell me about, is Kim Jong-un, the person presented as Kim Jong-un, is he the original Kim Jong-un? Is he the original? Is he the original? Is he the original Kim Jong-un? Sounds awful to say that, isn't it? No. I think the original is long gone. Okay, I'm going to bring this down for you to have a look. Sorry if the glare's a bit much. The sun's decided to come out. I think the original is long gone. That we have this destruction, the tower moment. I'm going to draw a couple of clarifiers on this one. But we've got three major arcana. The ending, a tower moment in regards to Kim Jong-un. I think he's had his tower moment. There was rising and falling of fortunes. I think what's happened is that it is his sister and the ending. But tell me, does this mean, okay, is Kim Jong-un's sister in charge with a body double? Yeah. And then the base is the world again. These major arcana are everywhere. Actually, looking at the base, I don't know whether he's actually dead or not, or is he just restricted? Just restricted, perhaps. But she's taking control, this feminine. So that's what I'm getting, entertainment purposes only, that Kim Jong-un is not the person who is being presented to the world as Kim Jong-un. Okay, I want to have a look at the country in regards to COVID. Now, there was the claim that there was no COVID cases, no COVID. Oh, we got one case. Tell me the truth, Meister. Tell me the truth about COVID in North Korea. I'll just split the deck. To reset it. Tell me about COVID in North Korea. They haven't had any vaccinations that we're aware of. They don't have treatment facilities. There's widespread malnutrition, poverty and starvation in North Korea. We don't really hear anything come out of it. Just, I feel this incredible heaviness for the ordinary person. All we see is these displays of armaments, but we don't see or hear anything about the ordinary people. Tell me about, I just feel incredible sadness. I just a weight. Tell me about COVID in North Korea, Meister. you. Oh, I don't know if you noticed with the shuffling there, my arms just felt incredibly heavy. I just felt this sluggish weight, as if I could barely move. Okay, Six of Pentacles, the giving and receiving help. Yeah, okay. So you've got this character at the top doling out, and you have those below pleading for crumbs off the table. Weighing up who's worthy and who's not. Desperation, that smacks of desperation, crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. Domestic security, homeland security, practicality, but I'm really getting the contrast that I'm getting here is that the wealthy are okay. The wealthy are comfortable. Pentacles not only is a wealth symbol, it is also very much health. And if you look at these figures down the bottom, they're just pleading almost for their health as it is being, methods are being doled out. But this health of those with the peacock are fine, but the ordinary person. So those in privileged positions, okay, thank you, Maestro. I've been told they've been given Western vaccinations, but those that aren't are literally drowning in this. Okay, keep going. Base of the pack, base of the reading. 10 of Cups, which is an emotional ending, can mean in various readings, the voter, etc. But this is very much about, okay, thank you, Master, an ending of the family unit. Wow. Because it is such a joyful card. You've got the unity of, you've got the rainbow, you've got the cups, the emotions, the relationships, but 10s are endings of this, basically. Okay, past. Here are the lawmakers, the those in power, the leaders, sitting there making decisions, giving the message, passing the message out. But this is in the past, sitting comfortable on their throne, crowning, entertainment purposes only. We are going to hear about this. There is something that's going to be unexpectedly revealed. There's going to be a bombshell come out in regards to this that is going to lead in the immediate future this absolute emotional overwhelming of despair. Also a new start in regards to relationships, but I'm just seeing, as soon as I put it out, it's just this flood of emotions. Okay, externally a harsh truth is going to come forward. Internally, this is what's going on in North Korea at the moment. Boy, they're trying to get the truth out, and the truth is going to come out. Hopes and fears, it is incredibly 10, 10, 10. These are endings of cycles. The hope and fear, this is incredibly burdensome. They're carrying this load, this weight, these messages that they want to get out, and it is an ending. It's all about an ending. Outcome, Queen of Cups. Interesting. So again, she has something to reveal in her cup. She's usually a calm, diplomatic, feminine energy figure, compassionate, but she is going to expose something, this feminine energy that is about the death and illness of COVID, and the truth is going to move this country forward. It is not until the truth comes forward. So there is Work going on behind the scenes in regards to COVID, but it's going to be, the truth is going to have to come out before they can move forward into calmer waters. There is something hidden going to be revealed, but we have the Strength card, which is the unconscious coming into consciousness. What is unknown coming into the known. And we also have compassionate strength as well in regards to that. Base of the pack, just appalling poverty and moral corruption on behalf of the leaders, but abject poverty on the base there. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just feeling this energy. It's just really everything's all right, hunky dory, while behind the scenes they can basically they can't dig the graves quick enough, is the image I'm getting. I'm just getting this. It's almost like the Black Plague in medieval Europe, where you just basically wrapped in a sheet and threw in a grave, is the feeling I'm getting about it. Okay, I just want to have a look at Korea with its nukes. It's always threatening. The leadership of North Korea are always threatening that they've got nukes, and they're setting off ballistic missiles while their populace starve, threatening, etc. Do North Korea actually have nuclear weapon capacity? And this will be my last question, because we're up to 42 minutes already. Do North Korea, any questions, please put them down below if you want me to look into something a little further. Or if you can't put it on a public forum, email me at meistertarot@gmail.com. Don't forget to put the H in Meister Tarot. Tis the correct Gaelic spelling. Tell me, does full illumination, but this is very much strongly a yes card. Now, I was thinking about the H in Meister, about the correct spelling, and Meister meaning master in Scott Gaelic, but I'll reset. Tell me, does North Korea have nuclear weapon capability? Does it have nuclear weapon capability? Claims it does, but do you believe what comes out of that country? No. Does it have nuclear weapon capability? Temperance, moderation. See where it goes. Crossed by complete and utter downfall. Okay. Restriction. Boy, they're getting some interesting cards, these. Restriction. I think no. I think they're just... Sorry. That was the right way round. I'm thinking no, but let's keep going. In the past, anxiety. Look at these swords of truth coming forward. But complete and utter downfall, restriction, anxiety, countering our temperance card, our moderation, our rebalancing card. But a lot of anxiety in regards to this. Messages coming forward very quickly. Let's see where it goes. Immediate future. Another ending card. Boy, North Korea is getting a lot of endings. So is China. Okay. There is a burdensome message that is going to be brought forward and presented to us. It is an ending. Externally, internally. So, externally, there is this message that will be brought forward in regards to the health, but also the finances of North Korea and this program. Internally, it's all about insidious contracts, difficult contracts, partnerships, uncomfortable agreements that have been made internally. I wonder if this is in regards to what I read before on the future of North Korea with Kim Jong-un. Hopes and fears, destruction, ending, breaking down of the tower. And I'm thinking, see, what I'm getting here is this is in relation to this body double and the sister. And the hope and fears is it's the ending. I'm not getting solid yes cards. Cooking the books. The outcome is the cooking of the books by the leadership, new starts, the youth bringing forward new starts and celebration, circles of support, disappointment, Queen of Cups, something's going to be bombshell exposed in regards to the COVID. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about celebration, unity of diversity, coming together, a culmination of everything and an ending. Base of the pack, Ace of Cups, a new beginning, regards to the secrets, the hidden agenda, death, again, new start. New start with a passion, new start with emotion, a plan, authentic reform, endings and beginnings. But okay, I can only read what I see, but what I'm seeing is that all is not as appears. I am not getting that they have nuclear ability, but I am getting that this is all part of the entertainment purposes only, all part of the process of the ending of Korea as it is currently known. Does that make sense? It is all intertwined. So thank you for joining me. Sorry, nearly 50 minutes again. Any questions, as I said, put them below. Tomorrow I'll have a look at the January 6th surprise hearing. If you haven't seen it, little snippet yesterday in regards to what it may contain. Stay strong. The sun's obviously come out. Might go and get some of it. So thank you for joining me. I will read on these countries again as we watch them with interest. Thank you and look after yourselves. Love to you all. Bye-bye.